on the Harambe Safari Jungle Cruise here in Animal Kingdom, and we're starting.
Yes.
We got the gang all here.
So, Jumbo, everyone. My name is Sterling. I'm going to be your safari guide today.
What's up, Sterling?
Harambe Wildlife Reserve. And during our safari today, please remember to keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck. And stay seated at all times. It does get bumpy out there. If you do drop anything, just let me know, and I'll have a warden come pick it up for you. We're going to let that truck get a little further ahead of us before we head into the reserve. There are those animal spotting guides up above your head which show you some of the animals we might be able to find out here today. So if you do see any of them and I haven't pointed them out, just let me know. And it looks like we're good to go in now.
We might see Sean.
So first here we're going to be entering the Little Laturi Forest, which is home to a lot of shy and reclusive animals that might be hiding behind the trees. So keep an eye out for them.
Yeah, let's look out for it. Yeah, that's your favorite.
Alright, he's a beautiful.
And over there on our right with those striped legs, that's an okapi. Now, okapi look like they might be related to zebras, but they're actually most closely related to giraffes. If you looked at an okapi's skull and a giraffe's, they would look almost exactly the same, just a little bit smaller. They also have a long tongue, just like a giraffe does. There are a couple of rhinos over there across the river. Those are black rhinos. Now, black rhino are the smaller of the rhino breeds. They can weigh up to 3,000 pounds. And they've got a triangular upper lip, which lets them grasp onto the leaves from bushes so that they can eat them. The largest rhinos are the white rhinos, which can weigh up to 5,000 pounds. So that's 2,000 pounds more than those guys. Over here on our right, this white tan antelope without horns, that is a greater kudu. It's actually a female greater kudu. The males will have horns. And those darker antelopes with horns, those are bongos. And both male and female bongos do have those horns. Those backwards facing horns let them run quickly through the forest without getting caught on any trees, so they can get away from any predators quickly. And on our left, those are saddlebill storks. They get their name because of the yellow saddle shape on their bills. And you can tell whether one is male or female by their eye color. The males are going to have brown eyes, while the females are going to have bright yellow eyes. We're going to head towards the Safi River now, which is home to a lot of water-loving animals, like Nile crocodiles and Nile hippos. So keep an eye out for them. They might be underneath the water. And if you see any bubbles or shadows, that could be them under the water. And hippos can hold their breath for up to 8 minutes at a time. And there's some hippos on our left. It's actually a group of hippos, which we would call a bloat of hippos. And they'll spend most of their day underneath the water to keep themselves cool and out of the sun. A lot of people think that hippos can't swim, but they actually can. They just usually will walk along the bottom of the riverbed. They're also one of the most dangerous animals in Africa because of those large, powerful jaws. But they are herbivores, so they'll only use them if they feel like they need to protect themselves. Now over here on our left, there are some Nile crocodiles over there. The Nile crocodiles will eat just about anything that gets near the shore. But they mostly eat fish, actually. And they can go months at a time without having a full meal. We're going to head over to the savannah now, which is home to a lot of Africa's most famous animals, like the giraffes and zebras. We might even find some elephants out here, so keep your eyes out for them. This big tree we're heading towards is a baobab tree. It's also known as the upside down tree. And it can hold thousands of gallons of water inside of that trunk, which animals here on the savannah can use to drink from. They just pierce it with their horns or tusks, and they're able to drink from it. There are some animals around here that we'll get closer to when we get down this hill. Coming up on our right, there is going to be a zebra, and that's actually a Harmon's mountain zebra. It's got that black nose, which tells us that it is a black zebra with white stripes. If it had a pink nose, that would be a white zebra with black stripes. And each zebra has their own unique stripes, kind of like our fingerprints, which is how they can tell each other apart.
How about that? Okay.
We're going to head towards these big rocks over here. A lot of animals on the savannah will hang out near big rocks like these to stay cool and keep themselves out of the sun. And inside of that den there are some African wild dogs. They're also called African painted dogs.
Buzzards too.
They're actually not related to our own pet dogs at all. They only have 4 toes on each paw.
They're nice. So keep it down.
Aggravating the dingo. What you think, Fernando?
This is great stuff.
Not too bad.
Yeah, we're passing by some termite mounds over here. A lot of antelope on the savannah will use termite mounds to stand up on top of and get a better view, to watch for any predators that might be around. Over here on our left, these are those are wildebeest. They're also known as the gnu in Swahili, spelled GNU, because that's actually the sound that they make. And wildebeest are the largest migrating herd animals in the world. They've actually been known to create herds of over 1 million wildebeest before. And there is a giraffe off in the distance there we'll get a little closer to. This cattle that's closer to us here with those big horns, that is an Ankoli cattle. And those horns can grow up to 6 feet long. They're mostly hollow on the inside though. They have a sort of honeycomb-like structure, which helps them to stay cool. And they're also known as the Watusi cattle after the tribe that first domesticated them. And they actually consider those spotted ones to be lucky. And these are Maasai giraffe over here. They've got that kind of splotchy patterns on them, compared to reticulated giraffes, which are more geometric patterns. And they are the tallest animals in the world. When they're born, they're already 6 feet tall. And they can get up to 20 feet when they're fully grown. They've got those long prehensile tongues, which let them grasp onto the twigs and branches up in those trees so they can eat the leaves off of them. And a group of giraffes like the ones around here, those are going to be called a tower of giraffes. And giraffes will actually only sleep for about 30 minutes or less a day. And they actually don't even take those 30 minutes altogether. They take multiple short 5-minute or less naps. And we're heading towards these big rocks over here, which is usually where we can find some mandrills. And mandrills are the largest monkeys in the world.
Wait, I see one.
There is a elephant over here on our right also. That is a male elephant. Usually the males are going to live by themselves while females are going to live in herds. So both male and female elephants do have those long tusks. We are entering into elephant country, so we might find some more elephants around here. Get a better view of. Red clay pits now, which is where a lot of animals, or a lot of elephants will hang out. They actually will eat the clay for its minerals, sort of like how we would eat a vitamin.
Clay? That's on
Yeah, it looks like there are some tusk marks in that clay here on the right side, so some elephants have been around here. And there is one over there on the left I can see.
Distance.
And elephants will use those trunks to pick up their food and also drink with. But they'll also use them to pick up dirt or mud and throw it onto their backs to keep themselves protected from the sun. There's another couple over there in the distance also. So the dirt or mud will act like a sunscreen for them.
the jungle, the mighty jungle. The lions used to know.
elephants will also use those big ears to keep themselves cool by flapping them like a fan. Just by flapping their ears, they're able to keep their body temperature up to 15 degrees cooler. And elephants are afraid of bees. Farmers in Africa have learned that and started to plant beehives near their crops to keep elephants away from them. They won't trample them. Over here, these are greater flamingos. And greater flamingo are the largest species of flamingo.
I don't think that's a flamingo.
And when they hatch, they're actually a gray color, and they get that pinkish color over the first couple of years of their life due to their diet
I don't
of
think
brine
that's a
shrimp.
flamingo. I think that's a duck.
That one's on the show.
And those shrimp will turn their feathers into that pinkish color. Actually, a group of flamingos like that is going to be called flamboyants of flamingos.
You just made that a flamboyant
I know.
of flamingos, really.
And over here, there's a bunch of white rhinos, and a group of white rhinos like this is actually going to be called a crash of rhinos. And the white rhinos are the largest species of rhino. They're the ones that can weigh up to 5,000 pounds.
Ooh. I've heard of them before, but I didn't know the name.
They've got a large square jaw, which let them get close to the ground so that they can eat the grass.
Yeah, I see that.
I've never seen baby ones.
And rhinos will cover themselves in mud the same way as elephants to keep themselves protected from the sun. Sort of like a sunscreen for them also.
Yeah.
And up here on our left, behind those trees there on that hill, there are some cheetahs laying down. And cheetah are the fastest land mammals in the world.
A Tyreek Hill is fast.
One right by that tree over there.
Chester cheetah.
They can reach speeds of up to 60 miles an hour. They're actually one of the only cats that do hunt during the daytime.
Tyreek Hill is faster.
They've got those black spots underneath their eye, which help them to keep the sun out of their eye. Same way that athletes will paint black right under their eyes. Over here, these are Kopi rock formations. A lot of animals on the savanna will use Kopi rocks to get a better view, like this lion over here right up on top. And watch out for any prey or predators that could be around. The lions will sleep for up to 20 hours of the day
That's me.
and then hunt during the nighttime. It's actually the female lions that are usually going to do the hunting, while the males stay back and watch over the cubs.
That's what I'm talking about.
It looks like there is a female over here on the other side too. A couple of them there.
She does all the work.
This might be a mom, because moms don't have safety. Moms
Because
don't
these
have
jobs is to protect us.
And sometimes moms are better at hunting, and our dads
Watching
are
the
better
internet.
at hunting.
And this is a warthog burrow here on our left. And warthogs will make these burrows by digging up the ground with those front tusks. And there's one of them at the end here on the left. They'll dig up those burrows and then back themselves into them. Watch for any predators that could come around.
Oh, look.
Nice hair down
That antelope lying down over there, that's a Bontabok on the right side there. There's also some of those ostrich eggs, which I don't think are fertilized because the ostrich isn't laying on top of them. But ostrich eggs are super strong. They're able to hold the weight of a fully grown human standing up on top of them, and they won't break. And ostriches are the largest birds in the world. Even though they can't fly, they do have powerful legs which they'll use to kick away any predators with. We're here in the Magadi Glen now, which is where one of our wardens is keeping some Nigerian dwarf goats. Looks like there is one of them up on top of the roof of there. And Nigerian dwarf goats will eat the grass and also the undergrowth, which a lot of animals out here wouldn't eat. It helps the warden to keep the grass nice and trimmed. So then they can also use the milk that they produce to create dairy products with, like goat cheese.
There we go.
Because they love they'll eat anything.
But we are heading out of the reserve now and heading back towards the village. We are able to see a lot of those animals out there today, like those lion and the rhinos. If you guys do want to see some more animals out here today, when we get back to the dock, go straight across to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. You'll be able to find some gorillas there, as well as an underwater viewing area of hippos and other animals also over there. You could also take a short train ride up to the Rafiki's Planet Watch. Over there they've got some more goats that you'd actually be able to get up close to and even pet.
That was fun.
Also
I thought it was great and
animation
very
experience
educational. What do you think, Fernando?
where you could learn how to draw some of your favorite Disney animals out there.